So recently in Trackmania, I've been trying to go and play some more community tracks, rather than just sticking to the campaign ones. And in the community tracks is often a lot of clubs that have different styles all grouped together in one set of campaigns. I've tried some different styles recently. I've tried Dirt, Full Speed, Tech. I've done some Ice Slide as well. But out of everything I've tried, Full Speed really kind of just bit me. There's almost nothing like just mashing down your accelerator button, trying to get around a track with as tight lines as possible, as fast as possible when the car's just on the edge of control. And this kind of inspired me to go and just try to make a map from scratch in the new Trackmania, rather than just trying to port an old one from Nations Forever. So I decided I'd go make a full speed map. And this is a quick time lapse and a quick video of how I've done that. So I actually forgot to record a time-lapse of the first part of this build, so this is definitely going to be a shorter video than usual. But as you can see here, this is kind of what the first section of the track looked like. Just a few super turbos going into a wide turn and then a loop. So let's have a look at some gameplay of that quickly. As you can see, the super turbos here quickly send you into a speed slide as soon as you get to the bottom. You have a turbo there after the checkpoint in case you need to restart, followed into a blind wall ride that's honestly fairly easy once you learn the map. So let's take a look at the next phase of the build. After that wall ride, I wanted to do a sort of downhill into a barrel roll loop. It's a fairly common thing to see in full speed maps. They often have a lot of little tricks like that. I just put another checkpoint in there with some turbos after it in case you need to respawn, and I wanted the track to be completable from every separate checkpoint. So having a look at this now, again, you can see the start of the map hasn't changed really. I think I might have added some extra banking, but that's about it. Once you get down here, you go again through the blind wall ride into that downhill through the checkpoint, and then you have your barrel roll loop. It took a while to tune, but it got there eventually. So let's now have a look at the next section of the build. After that barrel roll loop, I wanted to sort of continue a bank turn and keep the speed up, maybe have some chances for speed slides in there as well. And this is where a lot of my problems sort of happened. I couldn't really get the exit area of that loop right, and if it weren't for the new cut and paste feature and the selection feature that you find in the new Trackmania, this would have taken me ages. In Nations Forever, I would have had to keep reconstructing that whole section just to get it right. But what this means is that I can build a piece of track and move it about and test it until I'm happy with it. I tried a few ideas like some bank turns and that. You can see me trying another concept for that there that would sort of roll over on the top like a hill, but I just wasn't really happy with that. I tried to keep working at it, but none of that really seemed to work. I did some play testing for a while, but I just wasn't happy with the results. What I decided to do was just expand the banking and then instead turn it into a wall ride followed by another kind of barrel roll loop, and then that would land on the finishing section. I go back later to tune this because I eventually figured out that a barrel roll loop doesn't really work that well. But I just sort of did a wall ride into a wall ride turn for the final piece. After that, it's fairly simple really. I just went onto a sort of narrow straight with some penalty grass on the sides and some walls to make it nice and tight. Put some poles at the end to challenge the player's steering ability, as well as some blocks to crash into, and then a sort of big dome thing for them to ride on the ceiling of and fly through the finish. You can see me here again moving this part of the track, perfecting that wall ride. This time lapse is probably the least interesting one, so it's just decoration really. But in the meantime, what's also not shown is that I added a forced first person camera after the first checkpoint for the duration of the track. I also did a nice little intro shot, which you'll get to see in a bit. And I also messed around with the replay camera. I don't know how to do that for the actual track, but I did it for the replay of the author time. So hopefully that looks nice. Let's have a look. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. It was a lot of fun for me to make, and I felt like I developed my track making skills a lot during the video. And if you did enjoy it, consider dropping a like. It makes the channel look good, and it definitely makes me want to make more of this content. Although I think I'd probably make it regardless. Sorry if my voice sounded terrible throughout this video. I'm pretty sure I'm catching a cold because the living room where my desk is, it's just been absolutely freezing recently. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.